and welcome to week 9. We're continuing along a topic of exercise initiation, or how you get into an exercise program that you don't absolutely hate. So my name is Mandy Johnson, and then next to me you see Tammy Miller, and she is an expert in all things nutrition and biochemistry, and I'm a physical therapist and a certified athletic trainer. And so we're coming to you today to give you a great breakdown with a lot of knowledge behind it. This is not just something normal you see on Facebook where someone just randomly says, blah, 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 blah. This is real backed up with research and education and knowledge, but broken down into bite-sized pieces that normal people can understand and take away something that they can use in their everyday life, where that's the goal. So getting into today, we're definitely into this new year, and a lot of people are looking into, starting to make some changes. If you believe in that kind of arbitrary first of the year is your reset date, or your theoretical reset date to do something big and something different and something new and something good for you. And exercise is one of those things that comes up quite often. It's that I'm going to get healthy this year, thought concept that, going in, I'm going to join the gym. Gyms are offering ridiculous deals because if they can get you to sign up right now, they've pretty much got you for the rest of the year. And interesting tidbit, gyms typically have about, I think, and I'd have to relook up the research on this, but about 80% more members than they can actually facilitate in the gym at any one time. So like your normal, your normal gym that just has treadmills and ellipticals and that kind of thing, is because people get into this, we need to be better, we need to make changes. Those are all accurate. But if you look back at some of our last talks, we talk about how to actually make those changes. So our first couple video blogs talked you through that. Definitely watch those. Those are a really good foundation level. Now we're getting more into so you know how to set your stretch and your smarter goals. So let's talk about where should that smarter goal, where realistically exercise-wise do you want that smarter goal to go? And a lot of people come into my clinic and they're like, well, I know I should do something, so I feel like I should go run, but I hate running. I hate it so much.
It's like you're channeling me.
I know. And I'm like, why do you think that you need to run as your exercise? If running is everything you loathe in this world, then by all means, do not ever set a goal to run. That's a horrible idea.
I'm with that. I am on board. Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of what you choose for exercise is going to be a little bit based on some of where you are in life. Some of us are working moms with young kids, and maybe walking the neighborhood in the mornings with the kids in the stroller, or right after you drop the kids off at school. Maybe that's what you can get into for your day. Walking isn't your passion, but you don't hate it, and you know that you can actually get it done. For others, it could be, I used to dance when I was younger, maybe middle school, high school, and I loved dancing. Well, try a Zumba class, something that would appeal to you. I used to think a lot of not good things about CrossFit, but I've actually done a decent amount of research, and CrossFit is not bad for you. There's of course injuries that occur, but they're actually pretty low statistically compared to a lot of other things that you could get into. And the one thing I really love about the CrossFit community is truly the community, the camaraderie, the cheering, that you're competitive to make new personal records, your PRs, other people that you see that are maybe older than you, and you're like, gosh, they're just killing it. I can't be over here with this 20-pound dumbbell. I gotta push it within a safe and reasonable means.
I agree. That is one of the reasons I love it.
Yeah, for others, it could be, that the slower, more thoughtful yoga, Pilates-based approach of exercise. But really sit back, look at how much time you can devote to your exercise, look at what you used to enjoy and what you have the time and the ability to enjoy currently, and then look at what's available to you in your community, in your area for you to participate in. And obviously there's financial barriers to some, and there's completely no barriers financially, say, to walking or the loads running for many of us. So,
Or hiking here in Colorado in the mountains.
yeah, hiking, that's totally, and in fact, like you could even count vigorous house cleaning. Like some horrible Uber nerd went through and calculated how much energy it took to vacuum. A vacuuming takes 4 metabolic units. It's nice. And that's a whole nother lecture, which we can get into in a different time. But vacuuming, folding laundry, golfing, all these things, actually some nerd has calculated how many calories you would be burning during this activity. And so those things all still count. So maybe you want to volunteer to vacuum everyone's floors in your neighborhood for your exercise. And as a great community service.
It is.
There's things out there for you to do that involve absolutely no money, but just make sure that you're setting those smarter goals so that you're achieving them, and it's not just this thing that you start but you don't follow through. So that smarter goal is really going to be the thing that gets you there. If you don't know what a smarter goal is, please watch weeks 1, 2, and 3. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Tammy. She's going to tell you how we might change some of our diet in relation to some of these, picking out these new great exercises for the new year you. So.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mandy. One of the things that I want to start off with is a lot of us think of exercise as a weight loss goal, which there is some weight loss goal in there, but there's also some just being healthy goals in there. And one of the things that I see all the time with clients is, well, to help me to lose more weight, I don't eat before I exercise. Or I'll exercise first thing in the morning when I get up without eating. And I want to talk about a couple of reasons why that's not necessarily the best idea, especially first thing in the morning. Should you exercise first thing in the morning? Absolutely, you can. That's not a problem at all. The problem is we haven't eaten all night, and our body stores glucose. That is the molecule that we use to make all the energy in our body. It stores glucose in our liver in the form of something called glycogen, but it only stores 12 hours of that, which means if you ate dinner at 7 and then you were up until, midnight playing a video game or working or whatever it happens to be, and then you sleep and then you get up in the morning, you've probably reached that 12-hour limit where you no longer have glucose. And we all know, especially if you are a breakfast person, which if you're not, that should be one of your New Year's goals, is to become a breakfast person. And it's called breakfast because you're breaking a fast. And that's what it is it's a fast that you're breaking. And we all know that our heads are kind of weird. We get hangry, and our bodies are doing the same thing, whether we realize it or not. And so if you go in and you exercise and you're ready to go and you haven't had breakfast, you don't have that energy. First of all, your workout isn't going to be as efficient or as good as it should be because you're going to be doing it not as intensely as you intended, or not as heavy as you intended, because you're just tired. The other thing is, if you're using your muscles and they're trying to use energy and they're not getting the energy, you could actually be breaking down more muscle than fat when you do that. So we really don't want to have that be where our weight is lost. We really want it to be with the fat. So should you eat before you work out? Yes. Now, should you eat right before you work out? No. eat an hour and a half, 2 hours before, get that glucose into your system. The going is about 1 to 4 hours before. Make sure that it's not just protein. Make sure that there are some carbs in there and are some fats in there. Carbs being important because, as I said, you've used up all of your carbs overnight to keep all of your organs functioning and your brain functioning and, all the stuff we like that makes getting up in the morning fun. And so we definitely want to get some carbs in there so that we have that energy that we need to get that good, efficient workout. And the great thing is your body continues to burn after you work out. So it's you end up burning, depending on the type of workout, anywhere from an hour to 4 or 5 hours after you get done working out. You're still burning fat, you're still burning calories. And so you're getting that long-lasting benefit. So definitely eat a little bit before, 1 to 4 hours before. Make sure it's not something heavy. Make sure it's nice and light and you're ready to go. So, carbs are something that you definitely need. Now, during a workout, it depends on the type of workout because there is nutrient timing for workouts. If it's just walking or hiking or, CrossFit, something that is not long endurance, then you can eat before and you're going to be fine. If it's an endurance thing, you definitely need carbs throughout. If you decide that you are going to run a half marathon or a marathon, all of you who do that, no. You've got to carb load the day before, and then there are going to be tables throughout that give you not only liquid, but some carbs, whether that is, something in the form of a paste, something like that, because your body needs that to burn. So definitely eat before and be careful eating after. I have also had a lot of clients say, well, because I worked out this much, I can actually eat this much. Eat the normal amount you would normally eat. Don't eat more. Just eat normally, and you'll start to get your body kickstarted into what it needs to be.
Right. Makes total sense.
Absolutely.
I'm so glad that you brought that up, though, because I actually have a neighbor that really loves going for like 9 and 10 mile runs. He's a bit extreme. Likes going for long runs before he eats breakfast in the morning, and then often doesn't eat until lunch. So, he's waking up at like 6 a.m. and running 9 to 10 miles and then hitting, his normal work routine. I can only imagine how hard it must be for his brain to really function well, like to the best of his ability, because he's a smart guy, but if he just doesn't have those stores circulating around for his brain, because his brain uses a lot.
Oh, your brain uses an enormous amount of energy and glucose. Absolutely.
I'm going to have to tell him to watch this.
Yes, we are going to have to tell him to watch this and ask him, just out of curiosity, when his best time of day for work is. He might say afternoon.
Yeah. There's a really interesting book by Daniel Pink. This is a little bit of a side, but it's when, and it talks about, when your best functioning times are for your chronotype. But I would wonder if, some of what he's doing to his body would actually affect when his brain could actually work the best regardless of his chronotype. So that's going to be interesting.
Absolutely. I know I used to say I couldn't work before noon. And that was because until my husband finally got me eating breakfast on a regular basis, I never ate breakfast. And over the last 12 years, I've actually found I can get a lot of stuff done before noon if my brain has actually been fed. So that's important for exercising as well, because you're using your whole body when you're exercising, and you want to make sure that you're using it the correct way.
Yeah. Agreed. Well, enlightening as ever. So thank you.
Yes, of course. All right. That is it for our exercise. Join us next week, and we're going to be talking about some of the rages that are out there with exercise and diets.
I'm excited about this one.
So am I.
So We're gonna break through a lot of pre-established thoughts on what's popular out there.
Exactly.
So, okay. All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Thanks so much.
Yep.
Bye.